everybody. It's 3 o'clock Monday, January, what is it today? The 10th. Happy to all. And this is Media Matters. And I'm your host, Jeanette Burke. So I'll just tell you a little bit about myself and then I'll tell you a little bit about this Media Matters. So I am a media personality, a producer, an interviewer, an on-camera media trainer, and the host and creator of the 4-time award-winning lifestyle web TV series Jeanette's TV and its sister spinoff Jeanette's TV podcast. I'm also an editor. I have a publication, an e-publication called Jeanette's TV and Podcast Chronicles. So I do that too. Now, I want to thank you so much for joining me today on this live. If you are joining me live, let me know. I may not be able to see it right away as I'm coming in from a streaming platform called Restream. But if you're on LinkedIn or YouTube or even Facebook watching, do let me know. And if you're coming back for replay, please let me know that as well. So what is Media Matters? Well, Media Matters is my new live weekly series, and it's replacing Dear Jeanette. And it's basically where I'm going to talk about media and why media is so important for you and your business and how it works, because you do need to know how it works in order to make it happen for you and your business. And I will answer questions you may have about the media. It's also the place where I'm going to talk about what you need to have in place to be a desirable media guest that over and over again. And that's really about messaging and your presentation and performance skills. So I want you to look, sound, and feel your best every time you go on camera, whatever reason you have to go on camera, whether that's for a media or podcast interview, or if you want to make lives for your business or even make videos for your business on social or YouTube. So that's what Media Matters is all about, and why I do it and why I've created it. And I welcome any questions because we want to make this interactive. You may have, if you don't want to ask me a question while I'm live, that's okay too. You can DM me on any of those platforms, YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, and ask me your question. I'll go, when I find it, I'll come back and answer it. And I also encourage this to be interactive, but for you to, eventually tell me what you want to hear in the realm of the things that I want this whole Media Matters to be about. So, so that, I can serve you. And also these videos are going to be aligned with a new publication we're starting this Friday. It's a new newsletter also called Media Matters. So if you're a prospective client of mine, be it a sponsor, an interviewee, or a one-to-one on-camera media training client, that would be a good thing for you too. And you can visit my website, and I'll give you more details about that later, how you can sign up to get that. Okay, so let's get into today's topic. And today's topic is all about being prepared for your media interview. So before it happens, so pre-going to the media, pre-getting that interview, you got to be prepared. And what do you need to do to be prepared? Well, there's a few things. The first thing is you need to determine your story and how to make it newsworthy. So everybody in business wants to tell their story and wants to share about their products and services. But we need to be cognizant of the fact that not everything about our business is actually newsworthy, and not everything makes for a story. So we have to be able to pick out the type of story we have. And more importantly, we have to be able to make sure that that story fits what the media, when they book you, whether it's the producer or the producer's assistant, what they have in mind when they want to cover your story in what they call a segment or segment proposal. So figuring out what type of story you have, it's going to boil down to this. You either have a business story, a lifestyle story, or a human interest story. It may not be blatantly obvious to you which you have. So I help discern that with you, and then help to create a story out of it that is newsworthy and that is memorable, because you want to have both. You need to have a newsworthy story, you need to have a memorable story, and you need to have the type of story that the news outlet or the media outlet you're pitching to, whether it's print, radio, TV, blog, internet, actually wants to cover. So that means you're not going to be a fit for every single media outlet out there. So how are you going to determine what you are a fit for? Well, you're going to have to do a little bit of homework. You have to check out that media outlet and see what type of stories and guests do they feature. And do you fit that? If you don't fit that, then chances are you're probably not going to appear on that show or even want to appear on that show or in that publication. And here's a big mistake that a lot of people who come to me make in the hopes of becoming a desirable media guest that gets booked over and over again. They think, well, I'll just go on any and every media as long as they have a great audience. Well, in fact, that's really not going to help you. That's going to be a disservice to you, and it's going to be a waste of you using media as an inherent part of your marketing plan. So you need to figure out how it all works and what kind of story you have and who's interested in that story, and then make that story newsworthy and compelling so that you have what the media is looking for and you become a desirable media guest. And if you don't know how to do that, hey, I'm here. That's part of my service. I'll be happy to help you with. The next thing you have to know about when you are making yourself get ready or pre-ready for a media interview, because nobody wants to waste a golden opportunity for publicity exposure that they will never get back, is that you want to be able to promote the fact that you are having a media appearance. So you want to let your people know, your audiences know, particularly those following you, that you're going to have this appearance so that they can tune in. Then they know about it. They know where to tune into it. They know where to watch it. They know where to listen to it, or they know where to read about it and where to find it. That's part of working your media placements as part of your marketing, is letting people know that you actually have these placements, so that they work for you and they build your credibility and they also promote your business at the same time. And that's actually part of the strategy in getting media and making it part of your marketing. The next thing you want to do pre-interview is make sure that you have had some kind of on-camera training. And this is really important, on-camera media training, for a couple things. First of all, you're going to be needing to show up as you want to present yourself, as you say that you are, and it's got to be reflective of your brand and your image. So media training is essential for all of that, because you need to know how to present yourself. You need to know how to show up, and you need to know that whatever you're doing has to be congruent with the message that's coming out of your mouth. So you might need some help learning what to wear on camera, and also to make sure your hair and makeup are good and reflective of your brand and image. You might want some help knowing how to understand your nonverbal communication skills, because they're giving out messages about you that are tenfold. And unfortunately, if that doesn't equate with your verbal message, you're already creating a disconnect for the audience, which will cause them to not believe in you. So you need to be aware of all this. And unfortunately, a lot of us are not. We do not understand our nonverbal cues. We do not understand our body language. We do not understand what we're wearing and how that is either reflective or not reflective of our brand and the message that we want to give about it and about ourselves. Or we show up to an interview unprepared in a variety of ways. So one of those ways is not dressing appropriately for the camera, not wearing the right things that reflect on you, possibly wearing a lot of florals or a lot of pattern or other things that do for the best on camera appearance. But you don't know. That's why you have me. So I would work with you on all these things. And of course, You want to be bang on with your opinions are being formed from the minute you show up on that camera, before any words are coming out of your mouth. Now, we're talking about being, and my next point is the media training also extends to your messaging, to be able to extrapolate the points that you want to make about your business and the points that you. And trust me, you don't want to be saying everything there is to say about your business, because if you do that, you will be remembered for nothing. Plus, you will not fit your allotted time. So again, this is going to amount to a wasted golden opportunity for publicity and exposure. And worse, you may be cut off, taken out of context, or not invited back. So that's not going to make you that desired media guest that you say you want to be. So again, all these things are things that I work with you on. And at the end of the day, it's all you ready to be a desirable media guest that gets on a media tour, as opposed to a one and done, as in one placement and done, never again. It's also about making every second count and making sure that not only do you know what to say, but you know the other side of it, which is all about communication, presentation, and performance. And you don't get all frazzled and you don't feel like a deer in the headlights when you're on your media tour and hitting a bigger media experience or media placement that you don't feel prepared for, and you don't understand how it works, and all of a sudden all these lights are in your face and the interviewer is asking you questions and you just don't know how to handle it. So you fall apart and you feel nervous and you feel unprepared. And you never want that, nor do you ever want to go into an interview just winging it with not really knowing what you're going to say and how to make the most of it. So these, my friends, are why people come to work with me and how I would love to help you. As we are running out of time for today, I'm going to invite you to make a 30-minute appointment with me. It's called a meet and greet, and we'll talk about what is holding you back in your media, getting media appearances, what's holding you back from it. And it's a discovery call. It's complimentary. It's 30 minutes, and you can book it using the link below. Now, if you like these kind of videos, which I've been making for a long time now, yes, this is my new series, Media Matters, but I do have other videos on my blog already for you to watch. You can go over to JeanetteBurke.com blog-1. That link will also be below. You can see more videos like this. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear more about what's holding you back. I'd love for you to join the new newsletter that we are putting out starting this Friday with these type of videos and more messaging, because you can learn from me. I have a lot to share and a lot to impart, and I can truly help you make media an integral part of your marketing and make it really work for you, and understand it and rock it out, because hey, that's what it's about. That's what makes for the person who is the desirable media guest who gets booked over and over again versus the one who is not. And so I want to hear also more about your pain points, what's holding you back from picking up a camera and making your own videos and lives, and what is also getting in your way from getting booked as a media guest. I want to hear more about it. We can talk about it in those in that complimentary discovery call meet and greet. It's 30 minutes, so you can tell me a lot, and I can share with you how I might be able to help you through some of that. And I also want to hear about what you would like us to cover on these series. I'm sure you're dealing with a lot of stuff, and that's what this is for. Again, I want to explain to you how the media works, what you need to know, what you need to have in place, what you need to know about and to do, and how to prepare yourself to not only be the desirable candidate or guest that the media wants to book, but also the one that also knows how to make really good videos for their own purposes, for their business. They can get out and pick up a camera and do promo videos over and over and over again, or lives, with ease and comfort and style. And what is that going to do to explode your business with new visitors, new leads, what have you? So that's what this series is about. You have things that you're dealing with, pain points around this. We want to help you. Tell us what you want to hear. We may just pick your comment and it may be featured with a shout out in a future Media Matters segment. But for now, we are at a time. Again, thank you for joining me today. And if you came in live, do let me know and what platform you're on. Is it YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook? If you're joining on the repost, please let me know that too. And if you want to reach out to me, you can always DM me or leave me a comment and I'll come back and I'll check. We'll be back next Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with another Media Matters. We're going to go in a different direction with the topics. I think next time we're going to talk a little bit more about how to present yourself. So I hope you'll come back and join me. Thanks so much for sharing your time with me today. And I want to see you in the spotlight. This is Jeanette Burke signing off.